Hello there, it's Jay here from Jay's Vintage Junk, and today we're doing a few experiments. What you can see here is my skin diver playing on a Atari 2600, displaying S-video on a LCD TV. Let me just quickly pan you down here, and you can see what we've got here. This is just something I'm just playing with at the moment. Let me just switch this off, and you can have a quick look. This is the board out of that 2600 Junior, which we haven't repaired so far yet. Amazingly, actually, I'm quite surprised. Every single IC on this one was actually socketed. That's partly why I thought I'd have a play with it, because it made life a lot easier. What we've got here, what I've knocked up, is essentially a plug-in solderless installation S-video conversion for the Atari 2600, not specifically for the Junior, because most Juniors I've ever seen apart from this one has all the ICs actually soldered to the board, as where the old 2600 woodies, like the old six switches and the heavy sixes, things like that. I have seen it where the TIA is actually soldered to the board, but 9 times out of 10 it's in a socket. What I've got here basically is a little daughter board that I've made, which takes the TIA from the board, mounts it in its own socket there, and then that drives the signals through this little amplifier I've built. This is just a little S-video amplifier. It's only 2 transistors. Basically, what we do is we take all the Luma signals, because on the 2600 you have like Luma 0, 1 and 2. And the sync signal, it combines them and puts them through a little transistor amplifier, and then we have another little transistor amplifier there which gives you the colour signal. So basically you've got your chroma and your Luma coming off there down a standard S-video cable. I've not got the audio hooked up on here, but as yet I've just not put any phonos on the end of the cable yet, but we've got audio, again twin mono audio coming off there as well. But the nice thing about this idea, I do have power just tagged off here at the moment on this. I've got my ground soldered there, and I've got a 5 volts, so just pick 5 volts off the modulator. That's just, like I said, this is just an experiment. This is just me messing about at the moment. Conceivably, you could pull them off this board as well. You could, your VCC is 5 volts, so you can pinch your VCC for your 5 volts to drive that. And there'll be a ground on here as well, so you could pinch your ground off there as well. And this literally would then just be a plug-in S-video upgrade for your 2600. You pull the TIA chip out, you put this board in, you pop your TIA chip in the top, you'd run the cables out the back, and you'd be good to go. I'll pop this off just to show you anyway. Like I said, this is just a prototype. I knocked this up on a bit of strip board. Let's see if we can get this out in one piece. I've had to stack a couple. Oh, there we go. I did have to stack a couple of sockets up like that, as you can see, just as for this experiment. I could probably take that off actually, and it would fit. But I've used the strip board the wrong way around. And I've drilled some of the tracks out there so they're not shorted together, and then I've took an IC socket like that, and I've bent. This is one that I tried to do it with, but it was no good because a couple of legs broke off. But I actually straightened all the legs out flat like that, and then I soldered them, as you can see down there, dead bug style, to that trackboard, and then obviously the straight through there is soldered in the normal way to the back there. So I'll just plug that back in and stick that back in there. That's right. There we go, and it just plugs in like that. So just see if this is still going to work now, because you take these things apart like that, and then you find out when you plug them back together it doesn't bloody work again. Anyway, let's give this a try again. Plug that back up. There we go, yeah. And as you can see, we have quite a decent S-video signal there. You get a better S-video signal on these modern LCD TVs than you do a composite signal. It's not perfect. If you look closely, you can see it is quite jailbary. you look up here and you can see on the screen there, you don't seem to see that quite as much on the composites. But on these LCD TVs, the composite, it just doesn't seem to work as well. You just don't get quite the picture you get from S-Video. It just seems a bit more washed out as well. This is it's quite sharp really on the S-Video on this LCD TV. Like I say, I'm going to probably work on this a little bit more. I'll probably possibly try and refine my little video amplifier board there, because it is really simple and basic. But I thought I'd just give you a quick look at that and show you what I'm doing. I'm probably not, like I said, I'm not going to use this on this 2600 Junior. I've got a 2600 Woody 6-switcher lying around, which I never really wanted to modify because it is in really nice unmolested condition. But if I was to put something like this in it, especially if I, like I said, run them 2 wires through and pull the power and the ground off the TIA as well, this could just be a simple plug-in upgrade for that console, where if I ever wanted to revert it back to absolute original, all I have to do is remove it. This actually technically I've not tried it yet, but you should still be able to pull RF off there, because I've not broke any of the signals. It's just literally piggybacking all the signals off the TIA. The modulator's still working. Like I said, the RF should still output fine. So yeah, like I say, I'm going to leave it at that. I thought I'd just show you this as I'm working on it now. So I hope you enjoyed that. Thanks for watching and goodbye.